Hi guys, it's Frugal Fanny. It's another day in Plastic-Free July and I have another quandary. So it's been really hot in upstate New York and it's the kind of hot you don't want to cook in. So I was looking for easy, cool meal ideas. I wanted to make some tuna salad, maybe some broccoli salad. Only problem was, went in the refrigerator, mayonnaise jar, pretty near empty. Scraped out what was left. I left it to soak in the sink, and I'm hoping I can find something to do with this plastic jar and lid so that I don't totally waste it. So hubby and I go to the grocery store and we go to the Nature's Market section because I know they have mayonnaise in glass jars, right? So I look and a 32-ounce jar of mayonnaise in glass, $9.99. That is not frugal, people. So I go to the normal mayonnaise section and find what we normally would use, which is this, for $3 and something cents. Now I know it's in plastic. I bought it because I didn't want to cause a scene or have a big conversation in the middle of my Wegmans. So I brought it home and I fully intended to use it and just say, hey, progress, not perfection. But it just kept eating at me. So went online, did some research because, you know, information is power, and talked to a couple of my foodie friends, and I came up with a recipe for homemade mayonnaise. Here it is. I made you a sign, as usual. So, check it out. Mayonnaise, 1 egg. Needs to be room temperature. 1 tablespoon of Dijon mustard, 1 tablespoon of vinegar. I'm gonna use golden balsamic vinegar and see how that goes. 1.5 teaspoons, or excuse me, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, plus or minus, depending on how you feel about salt. You need 1/2 cup of olive oil, 1/2 cup of canola, and then the juice of 1/4 lemon. So this is the recipe we're gonna make because I want a BLT. Now that's Morningstar bacon. I don't eat real bacon. And I want to use it. I want to eat some of these infinity greens. They're called Happy Rabbit. It's a great company out of Binghamton, New York. So let's try this out. Now I know I'm breaking some kind of YouTuber rule. I have never done this before. But I think part of what keeps people from trying to make homemade stuff is because they think it's a royal pain in the patootie. You can't be flexible, you can't be spontaneous when you make things from scratch. Well, I want to show you that you can. So we're gonna do it. All right, so I'm gonna go all Betty Crocker on you and show you how I do this. Let me get rid of these store-bought ones first. So you need a food processor. You can whisk this if you want, but I have it on good authority that it's really difficult. So you're gonna crack your room temperature egg into your Cuisinart is what I'm using. Have to compost that eggshell. You're gonna add 1 tablespoon of Dijon mustard. Sorry, it's just for me, so I get to use my fingers. You're gonna add 1 tablespoon of vinegar. You can use any kind of vinegar. I'm gonna use golden balsamic because that's what I have and I think it'll be yummy. I'm gonna start with 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And if that's not enough, I can always add more, but you can't take it away. I'm gonna rinse my hands a little bit. And then we're gonna combine this till it's all combined. Here comes the noise. How do you know it's combined? Because it's all uniform in color. So we're gonna do it a little bit longer at high. All right, now here's the tricky part. Everyone who's made their own mayonnaise says that in order to get this right, you need to slowly and patiently and with love and affection drizzle this oil into this mixture so that it forms a nice smooth consistency. So we're gonna try that. Here it goes. I'm gonna tell you, that one of the things that I think is funny about mayonnaise is that I can't really say the word mayonnaise without thinking of Officer and a Gentleman. Do you remember that movie? Richard Gere, hubba, hubba, hubba. The drill instructor made fun of his last name being Mayo and called him Mayonnaise. All right, glad that noise is over. It's the moment of truth. Dun, 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 dun. Oh my gosh, look at it. Oh, this is cool. All right, so, see, this is why I think it's fun to do it in person, like first time, because I'm all excited about it. Oh, wow. Yeah, I get it. Those are really good. So, what are we gonna do with this mayonnaise? We are going to put it in a jar. Where's my jar? Here it is. We're gonna put it in this glass jar. It has a lid. Got these jars from my dear neighbor, Mrs. Bronsky. And we're gonna put it in our refrigerator. And it will last for as long as this egg would be fresh. So, if you buy a fresh egg, you know this mayonnaise is as good in the fridge as those eggs in your egg carton. So I would say give it a week to 2 weeks. I like the color. I think the color is probably from the little bit of the greenness from the extra virgin olive oil, as well as from the Dijon mustard. Some people just use olive oil straight up, but I think the flavor might be too olive oily. But I do like that it imparts some color, because whenever you're cooking from scratch, if the color of anything is clear, like your spirits or juices, you know there's not really any real organic matter in there if it's clear, because herbs and flavorings have color. So now I can satisfy my craving for a BLT. Put some mustard on here, excuse me, some mayo on here. Isn't that the whole point, right? Some Morningstar Farms bacon. And some of my microgreens from the farmer's market. These are sunflower and pea shoots. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. But I'm gonna make a big mess eating it, so I'm just gonna leave it there. And I'm gonna say peace, love, and mayonnaise from Frugal Fanny. If you like it, click like. Hey, how about subscribing? And if you have any good recipes for mayonnaise, put them in the comment section.